Hello and welcome to another travel vlog. We are in Betty, my 2001 Ford AU Fairmont from Australia, and we are driving firstly to Raleigh in Essex, or is it Rayleigh? I'm not sure, and then on to Harwich, also in Essex, where we'll jump aboard a boat and head to the Netherlands, which I'm really looking forward to. It's going to be Betty's first foreign trip. And yeah, wait quite a long time for this. Be the third country, I guess, that I've driven Betty the Ford Fairmont in. But some very exciting event news to discuss. First of all, if you want to join us at the Hubnut Social, our first one of 2023 at the Classic Motor Hub near Cirencester on the 10th of June, you need to click the link in the description below to claim a ticket. We're ticketing the event just so we can keep an eye on numbers and make sure we don't have too many people and that we've got suitable catering and marshalling in place. But it promises to be a lovely day. I visited the Classic Motor Hub last year, I think it was. Or was it earlier this year? I kind of lose track. I think it was earlier this year actually, February sort of time. It was Car and Classic website had a little meet there, so I went along to that, and I just thought this venue would be perfect for a social. They've got excellent facilities. They've got the Hub Grub Cafe. How fitting is that? And yeah, it promises to be a really lovely day. So the action will start at 10 o'clock in the morning. Please don't arrive before that, and we'll all be done by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I should think. So an excellent sort of a lunchtime, extended lunchtime sort of a meet. It's going to be good fun. If you've never been to a Hubnut social before, it's very simple. We tell you where to go and you turn up, and people will want to speak to me, and we'll probably have the whole family there. But what I really love, and why we call them socials, is that obviously everyone there is like-minded. You know, you follow this channel, you're all of a certain mindset, I think. So watching friendships develop, watching people meet people for the first time, meet old friends as well as making new ones, that is what the social is all about. So don't expect too much structure. But do just come along and have a really nice time. Should be a good selection of cars. All cars are welcome. Doesn't matter what you've got, whether it's your everyday couple-of-year-old car, a proper bona fide classic, supercars. Everything is welcome, and everyone is welcome as well. It's something we're very proud of on Hubnut, that we are all encompassing. And basically, as long as you're nice, you are very, very welcome to attend. So it will be good fun. We get a lot of people who follow the channel, perhaps not very comfortable in social situations, but don't worry, everyone comes along. There'll be plenty of other people. I'm not that comfortable myself. I may be able to mask it and look comfortable, but you know, it can be quite a daunting experience, especially after lockdown. We kind of got out of the habit of meeting people. So yeah, just come along and have a nice time, but do get a ticket. Please don't just turn up on the day. Please do get a ticket if you're going to come along. Tickets are per car. They're free of charge. It's just, like I say, to help us keep an eye on the numbers so we know how many people are going to turn up. But yeah, it should be a really good event. It's a bit in the middle of nowhere, so make sure you note the postcode down, and maybe have a quick scan of Google Maps before you set off from home, because it is tucked away a bit, absolutely in the middle of nowhere, which is kind of ideal for a motoring meetup. And I don't really need to say this to Hubnutters, but obviously please drive sensibly at and around the venue. We've only had trouble with that sort of thing where other meets have been going on at the same time. So yeah, like I say, not really need to say it, but yeah, it's going to be great fun. But that's enough about that. I'm going to continue driving on. Let me flip your camera. So we're very early in the journey at the moment. Sorry, you're not very level there. I might have to do something about that when I stop next. And we're currently on the A485 driving down to Carmarthen, and it's about an hour long drive to Carmarthen, and then we can actually go on a dual carriageway. And I'll set the cruise, probably cruise at 100. It's the legal limit in most of New Zealand. It's what Betty is used to, and helps boost the economy a lot. 100 being 62.5, I think, miles an hour. So it keeps us out of the way of the trucks, but means we can take our time a bit and hopefully save a bit of fuel, because that is always a challenge in this beast of a car. I've just bought myself some lunch. It's currently 11 o'clock in the morning, so when we stop at the services I don't have to pay services prices for food. But yeah, we'll just carry on carrying on. But yeah, really nice to be on the travels again. I mean, it's less than a week since we went down to Devon in Betty, but there's something more exciting about going overseas. Tonight we'll be on the boat. Weather forecast is for quite windy, but given it's a night crossing, at least I've got a cabin, so if it's really rough I can just hunker down in there. Well, just stopped at Lee Delamere Services, glamorous as ever, where I will eat my food, but make use of their toilets. But look at this, 10 litres per 100 kilometres. We've still got an awful lot of fuel left from when we left home, which is, that's 250 kilometres pretty much. So Betty is sipping the juice today. Makes quite a difference not having family, dog, trailer tent, folding camper, and all that sort of associated gubbins. So Betty is actually running quite economically at 100 kilometers an hour. Here she is, ever onwards we go. Oh, it's going to be warm in there now. Where has that come from? I've actually taken the front seat covers off. I don't know where some rubbish has come from, probably my backside. I've still got this stitching, but it survived going all the way around New Zealand, so I'm sure it's fine. Oh, don't lose that. It's a tiny little adapter for my camera that I'm always losing. 3 hours until I get to a video shoot, so better carry on. I wondered if the M25 would be kind today. Apparently not. But look, we're already behind a Dutchman. For some reason I moved into the left hand lane in front of him, and he then overtook and came in front of me. So he's a Dutchman in a hurry. I will say Dutchmen can be quite excitable in a motorway situation. Oh, we've had bumper cars. Oh no, there's a K11 micro involved. Oh, hopefully it's just broken down and not crunched. Oh no, it's crunched. Oh no, the demise of a K11 micro. I'm sorry for the change in sound. Microphones are charging because I was going to do another video shoot this afternoon. As it happens, I've cancelled that one because I anticipated the traffic might be bothersome. So I think it would be foolish to do anything other than get straight to the ferry port. We've still got at least 2 hours to go, I think. It's a fair old schlep, but here we are, M25 London. Obviously the M25 is quite a long way from central London, but it's all sprawling mess, isn't it? Oh, excuse me. Right, I shall wait till later on when hopefully the footage is more exciting. But yeah, look how grey it's gone. It was lovely in Wales. Oh well. Yep, it's slow going, so definitely better to cancel that shoot. The weather's improved, it's not raining, but yeah, I kind of forgot that the trains are on strike at the moment. So all the people who actually want to be in work aren't able to catch a train, so presumably they're having to drive. So it's making everything a bit of a nightmare. And I might turn this into a series of diaries, because I'd quite like to get this one out sooner rather than later, so people can get themselves booked in to the event. We'll spot the beautiful traffic jams of the M25 for the beautiful traffic jams of the A120, which just isn't enough road for the amount of traffic it has to deal with. This is a main route to a ferry port, and we're still an hour away from it, so this promises to be pretty blooming painful, I think. Even in Betty this feels a bit of a slog. Yeah, it really has been a bit of a jaunt. We are over 500 kilometers for the day now, and still got just under half a tank of fuel. It's quite remarkable. We're doing 10 litres per 100 kilometres at the moment, which is 28 mpg. Yeah, it's just a long way. Oh, incidentally, the last time we did anything like this sort of mileage in one day was when I drove from Invercargill to Milford Sound and then on to Arrowtown in one day on the New Zealand trip, which in hindsight was a mistake and probably helped me towards my complete mental collapse just a few days later, because that was a lot of driving just under such pressure, because I don't know if I'll ever get to New Zealand again. That was a pretty unusual circumstance. Just an opportunity in life arose, I leapt at it, but that doesn't mean I'll be able to afford or have the flexibility to go and do that ever again. So I really wanted to try and see as much as possible. Perhaps overdid it a little. It was just like, I need to see all of New Zealand, I need to complete it. And of course I didn't. There's still places I wanted to go to that I didn't, but I'm pretty happy with how that trip went overall. And yeah, it's nice to be having another flavour of international travel as we head over to the Netherlands again. Incidentally, I don't think I'm going to make it to Japan Classic Sunday this year. I should meet my friends Ivan and Patrick, who organise it, at Merkwaardig tomorrow. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to make Japan Classic Sunday. Got a lot going on in July. But I would thoroughly recommend that you go anyway if Japanese cars are your flavour, because it is an amazing show. Your eyes will be on stalks. You'll see beautiful examples of some very rare Japanese classics. It's the first Sunday in July, I believe, in Hubnut in the Netherlands. Sorry, Hubnut, isn't it? Hubnut. I think I discussed this last time. Oh yes, I have changed glasses. These are my old glasses, which I carry as spares if I'm driving. Well, if I'm driving overseas, I tend to always have a spare set with me, and it's a good job because somehow between my house and the first first stop, I managed to lose my glasses. So that was good. There must be in here somewhere. I'm just not entirely sure where. Possibly down the side of the passenger seat, which I cannot reach from here because this car is so vast. So hopefully they're there, because these aren't quite as comfortable. Although they don't seem to slip down my nose so much, so, you know, swings and roundabouts. I would get out to do a bit of an ending for this video, because this is day one, just driving to the ferry port, but it's windy. It's ever so windy. I think that's our ship over there. Possibly. Not entirely sure. But yeah, check-in doesn't open for another hour, so I'm sat here in the queue. Lovely Dutch Citroen C5 estate. A Dutch Cecily over there, if you will. But yeah, it's been a long day. I just tried filling her up and she's cutting off like crazy, so I gave up after 21 litres, which took her back up to 3/4 of a tank. That may be enough for what I've got to do in the Netherlands. It may not, but fuel is quite expensive over there, so I hope I don't have to fill Betty up over there. I paid £1.53 for super unleaded, whereas, oh, that's interesting. Where are they putting that car? Whereas in the Netherlands, I believe it's around 178, 180 euros. So with the exchange rate, there's probably still about a 10p. It's not a massive difference. Pounds and euros are pretty close these days. I think a euro is one. Yeah, €1 is one. No, £1 is €1.15. Or it used to be almost double. I should have bought something French then. So yeah, that's where we are. So I'm going to wind this one up. This is the very start of the adventure. So mostly announcing the new meeting, and oh, excuse me. I'll be posting this video, I think, on the day of the event I'm going to, Merkwaardig, and obviously there will be an event report and a bit more road trip diary coming your way. So thank you for watching, and don't forget you can head to the Hubnut store and buy lovely merchandise. Look, this is Betty in hoodie form, and I shall see you in a future video. Farewell. Oh, I've got a really dodgy fingernail, so I fixed it with insulation tape. I was quite wrong. That's our ship over there, the Stella Hollandica. The other one being the Britannica. That's what we're going to be on. The queue for passport control started moving and then stopped.